Hello, hello. It is my first day that I haven't had to make a mad dash for the loo toilet, and we contracted a very unpleasant stomach flu. Terhi even went to get the Wu flu test to see whether she's or whether we had because it started for us the very same day, and we had fairly similar symptoms, but it's now the test has come back and it was negative. The unpleasant thing, as MS people know, when you're ill, you just think that, oh, I'm deteriorating at a tremendous rate. And I had the stem cells, and I thought, oh, because I was working throughout the thing, even though I was a bit feverish, but I could still sit down and work. And I thought, everything was for naught, that it just didn't go, and I'm just reverting back to my horrible old self, and even worse than I used to be, because my walking was bad. And but now that it has been going away, I clearly find that, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, we were kind of hoping that this could have been the real deal, because apparently there's different argumentations whether you would get an immunity towards it, or the immunity could even last for 2 years. So in that sense, if it would have been mild like that, I would get it, and then I would be not in a risk group to actually get it. I know that because some of the poisons that the drug companies develop for MS patients, the poisons are based on the autoimmune theory that our own immune system is attacking us. So based on this lie, then their drugs are immunosuppressant, so they actually suppress your own immune system. So those people are obviously, those MS patients, they're obviously tremendously worried that what this disease can do to them. But it's just been unbelievable how it's been handled. It is by the Chinese and the World Health Organization. There's this funny video of because China doesn't like Taiwan to be its own nation. They consider it part of China. And then this absolute moron from WHO, he's asked, what do you think about Taiwan? I'll play the clip.
Would the WHO consider Taiwan's membership? Hello?
I'm sorry, I can't hear. I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
Right, because I'm actually curious on talking about Taiwan as well, on Taiwan's case.
We decided to give Dr. Alward another call to follow up.
And I just want to see if you can comment a bit on how Taiwan has done so far in terms of containing the virus.
Well, we've already talked about China, and when you look across all the different areas of China, they've actually all done quite a good job. So with that, I'd like to thank you very much for inviting us to participate, and good luck as you go forward with the battle in Hong Kong.
It's so clear that he's been dishonest, and apparently all of the leaders of World Health Organizations are paid or in the pocket of the Chinese. Think of how the Chinese handled this. They were welding people into their own apartments, just welding them shut and leaving them there for dead. Sorry, we're not dealing with you now. Stop moving around, you most likely have it. So we're going to weld you in your home. The amount of lying that government does is, but then again, it's a left-wing government. So what do you think? Leftists have killed their own people always. Why would they stop now? Anything with the word social in it, you know, it's murderous at heart. And yeah, about this lockdown, just think about it. I'm blessed that I can work from my computer and sit here. But think of all the restaurant owners, the nail salon, or we know because my wife goes to these nail saloons, barbers, all sorts of service providers that actually rely on human interaction to provide their services. They're all out of business, and this government, it just, without, I think Sweden, they have not wrecked their economy. They have let a lot of people die. Yes, all life is precious, but what are the consequences of when these companies go under? People make bankrupts, or the companies go bankrupt. People get laid off. Owners commit suicide. It's going to be absolutely horrible. We had an example of this during the 90s when there was a bit of a monetary transfer from the have-somes to the have-lots. Banks just cleaned out. They just foreclosed on people. I think it was a good meme, the Chinese flag with these coronaviruses on it. Because it is a Chinese, whether it be from people eating halfway cooked bats or then escape from a... Yeah, that's another thing. On the Helsinki Sanomat, there's always a page that lists all the, what do you call it, the amounts of death. How many people have died? In China is one of the rows there. And it's been from, I think the whole row now, because it's per month, or is it per week? Per week, the number of deaths or cases reported in China's been no new cases for all the other columns in the, or the squares in the paper, they're red or reddish, and they for all other countries, but China is all white. Nothing. We have nothing. We have healed this. We've cured it, and this is what WHO says also. It's completely cured. The amount of lies that we're getting. Yeah, this is most likely. You know how much disdain I have for medical companies. I bet this is just a way. I actually heard one guy talk about this. This is just another way of generating margins for the medical companies. They'll come up with a vaccination. It's most likely going to be like the flu vaccination. It's once a year because there's small changes. Every year you need to go and get this. No way I'm going to put anything like that in me. For this Wu flu, Chinese man-made, Chinese-made virus. Yeah, this is one thing that I'm doing on this video. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm trying to be more pronounced on my views, and I'm slowly migrating my stuff to a different platform. What do you call it? I'm now checking whether the YouTube algorithm will flag this video, and I'm already demonetized, so that doesn't, but will they give me a community guidelines strike or something like that because I've been violating some of their things. About stem cells, given that I just got some stem cells, a thing that has not happened in, well, basically ever since I started getting these cramps. With MS, you get cramps, or I get cramps. I think a lot of people do get them, and they're painful as anything. At least mine are, and they normally don't happen when you're up and about or sitting or walking or doing stuff like that. They always happen when you're in bed and you try to do something, you try to move, or some awkward position that you move, and the only way that I have previously been able to kill one of these cramps, because it's like your whole leg goes into, oh man, they're painful. But I previously have not been able to kind of overcome them. But now, for the first time in ages, I was able to overcome a cramp in my leg, which, you know, when it first happens, you're like, ooh, that's remarkable. So one positive thing for this video, don't have anything else tremendously positive to report, given that we had the shits last week, or this week. This is Labor Day in Finland, and it's one of the biggest celebrations in Finland. We went to the store yesterday with the wife. We wanted to make munkki, which we have upstairs. There was a queue into the Alko because Vappu, even we're separated, people are still gonna go out and celebrate Vappu. So there was a massive, the whole of the foyer of the shop, it was a big queue because they weren't letting people into the Alko. I mean, they wouldn't let the store get filled, they would letting people one by one. Exercise. I think now that I think this is the first day that I haven't had any stomach flu symptoms, I'm basically gonna go, if I get through today without any symptoms, then I'll go and exercise tomorrow. I clearly feel that I need to go and get something going. It's a bit different video. It's how the Chinese are messing up our lives and being typical communists and killing their own people, and in the process killing millions or hundreds of thousands of people from foreign countries. But luckily, our King, Jesus Christ, will come and deal with them sooner or later. And all the peoples of the earth will get justice. So, Jesus is King. Amen.